From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'm Jonathan Amberian in Helena. Advocates are again trying to bring forward a ballot measure that would put a cap on Montana property taxes. But for now, the proposal is held up in the legal system.
Harmful algal blooms are popping up all over Gallatin County where folks recreate. I'm Jolie Slee, and I'll tell you what to look out for and how to keep you, your family, and your pets safe.
The Butte Library is going to have a demonstration on artificial intelligence where they're going to bring somebody back from Butte's past.
I'm Megan Thompson, and here at the original Mine Yard, crews are setting up the stage, and 4-H kids are showing their projects that they've been working on all year ahead of the Butte Silver Bowl County Fair taking place this weekend at the original headframe in Uptown Butte.
Alrighty, it is 5:30. That's what I love about the summer. There's always something going on.
There's a fair or something almost every weekend.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
I love it. I love it. And some nice temperatures, but a little on the warmer side.
Yeah, it has been on the hot side. And unfortunately, looking at the numbers, remember the averages over hours, our air quality once again in the yellow out toward Dillon. So moderate. It hasn't been bad overall for most of western and southwestern Montana, but it is something that we're keeping an eye on. Temperatures into the 40s and 50s this morning. The afternoon remains pretty dry. We won't see a lot of cloud cover until you get into the late afternoon and into early tomorrow morning. And tomorrow does hold the potential of some showers. You can see breezy up on campus. It's going to be breezy all day. Daytime highs into the upper 80s and low 90s for Bozeman. We're talking mid 80s for Butte. We do have a slight cool down on the way. I'm going to break that down and look at a longer term look at your forecast in just a few minutes.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Matt. Bozeman City Commissioners voted last night to reduce speed limits on city-owned streets. After the death of a Bozeman high school teacher last year, the city of Bozeman created its Safe Streets Plan. And part of that plan was to take a look at lowering speed limits across town. And the ordinance would create a consistent speed limits around school zones and parks and across other roads across the city and make those speeds lower 24/7 rather than the specific times. Now, some of the streets where the speed limit will be lowered is on Baxter Lane west of 19th, Ferguson Road, Durston, just to name a few. In total, 11 miles of road sections will see a speed limit reduction. And with many Montanans raising concerns about the impact of rising property values, advocates are planning another attempt to bring forward a ballot measure that would cap property taxes. But that measure will have to clear some legal hurdles if it's a go for voters. And MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Amberian is going to take us on a closer look.
In 2022, Constitutional Initiative 121 fell short of the more than 60,000 signatures it needed to qualify for the ballot. Now, one of the main sponsors of that measure has another proposal to put limits on the growth of Montana property taxes. And the Montana Supreme Court will have to decide whether supporters of that measure can start gathering signatures to get it on the 2024 ballot.
The future of Montana belongs to those who can afford to live here. And without a change in our property tax system, that future won't include many of us.
Matthew Monforton, an attorney in Bozeman, is sponsoring what's currently called Ballot Issue 2. It would set property values to what they were in 2019, then limit them to growing 2% each year. Property could only be reassessed to its new market value after it's sold or substantially improved. The measure would also limit total property taxes to 1% of the assessed value. Unlike CI 121, Ballot Issue 2 would apply to all real property, not just residential parcels. However, last month, Attorney General Austin Knudson's office ruled that the proposal wasn't legally sufficient for the ballot, stating that it violated a rule that constitutional amendments can't make multiple substantive changes, and that the language was ambiguous, so it was, quote, impossible for voters to understand the measure and what they are voting for or against. Monforton has challenged that decision in the Montana Supreme Court, saying the Attorney General overstepped his authority and made contradictory arguments. He also criticized the office's proposed statement of fiscal impact, which said the measure could reduce state tax collections by up to $450 million in the first year, and reduce revenues to local governments by significantly more than that. Organizations like the Montana League of Cities and Towns, Montana Association of Counties, Montana Federation of Public Employees, and the Real Realtors, bankers, and builders associations all submitted briefs expressing concern about confusion and financial uncertainty that could come from ballot issue 2. Monforton said the opposition comes from special interests that benefit from the current system.
Because they know that if Montana voters get a chance to sign this, they will sign it and they will vote for it.
Monforton says he expects it will be several weeks before the Supreme Court issues a ruling in this case. In Helena, Jonathan Amberian, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. More to follow on that. Now, this weather might have you looking for the nearest body of water to cool off in, but experts say you should be on the lookout for signs of toxic algae. MTN's Julie Slee tells us how we can be safe and aware when searching for some fun in the sun.
They're a common occurrence in the summertime, but they're also a nuisance. I'm talking about harmful algal blooms popping up in bodies of water that you should really look out for.
Do you wish at all maybe this pond was a little bit
cleaner? Yeah.
Signs like this one are posted around the Valley Grove Pond in Bozeman, warning folks like Mark Lowe and his grandson to steer clear of the water. Lowe says he sees a sign like this one every summer telling folks no swimming, drinking, or letting any pets take a dip.
Have you guys ever seen anybody in here in the summer?
Yes. Yeah, I see a lot of people fishing actually.
The caution signs say you might not want to do that either, because although the water may look fine, it's not. According to the Gallatin Local Water Quality District, prolonged contact with harmful algal blooms may result in illness, and you should look out for areas containing blue-green algae, like in these photos. The Gallatin Local Water Quality District also says if you're in doubt, stay out. That's why Lowe and his grandson are sticking to riding their bicycles instead of taking a swim.
Yeah, it would be nice if they could swim in it, but we don't go on the pond.
Yeah.
So.
To find a list of contaminated areas to avoid and tips on what to do if you come in contact with harmful algal blooms, you can visit our website. In Bozeman, Jolie Salee, MTN News.
All great things to keep in mind. Thank you very much, Jolie. Now over in the mining city, the Butte Library is working with some new technology. MTN's John Amy tells us how artificial intelligence is being used to resurrect a historical Butte figure.
So I'm doing a story about artificial intelligence here at the Butte Library. I'm going to have Eden actually write my introduction, and then I'll present it to you.
At the Butte Library, AI is playing a significant role in enhancing the way information
is assessed, organized, and shared.
That was okay, John.
Just okay? Come on.
Now with the new technology, we can actually give that power to the computers, and we will be able to interact with the computer in a human language, the same way that we are interacting right now.
The Butte Library is one of the first in the state to use AI, in which computers can not only find information, but generate ideas and even create. I asked Eden to write a poem, and it did it within a few seconds. Write me a poem about a three-legged dog named Lucky who likes to steal eggs.
From farmer's hens, he grabs his treasure, a fearless pup, without measure, with runny yolks and shells beside. Lucky, the egg thief, can't be denied.
The main idea is to teach teenagers and kids about artificial intelligence in a very professional manner. Of course, we will try to make it fun for them, but of course, I will have to teach them about the ethics behind the artificial intelligence.
Axel created an AI that is the ghost of Frank Little, who was a labor leader who was killed in a lynching in Butte in 1917. People will be able to ask the virtual Frank Little any questions about his life and times in Butte.
I'm very excited to see what kind of questions they will ask.
How do you think Frank Little is going to respond? You created him.
That's going to be a surprise because I don't even know.
You don't even know how he's going to react?
No, because I set up the variables to total freedom. So I'm not 100% sure what, of course, he's going to say.
Just amazing technology. Wow, wow, wow. All right, sticking in the mining city for this next story, the Butte Silver Bow County Fair has moved to a more industrial setting. Organizers hope the change of venue to the original mine yard will bring more people to the events taking place this weekend in Uptown Butte. And our Megan Thompson takes us to meet some of the 4-H participants showing their projects ahead of the fair.
Well, the Butte Silver Bow County Fair has a new industrial setting here at the original mine yard. And organizers say the venue change will give more people access to the events coming up this weekend in Uptown Butte.
We're actually really excited to be up here at the original this year. It's one of those locations in the community that is kind of, people look to it for festivals and events, and we felt that it would be a great opportunity to bring more people to come out and support the events that are going on at the fair.
Beginning in the morning, 4-H participants will bring in the animals, but today they are busy showing their projects to judges, including a project by Jimmy Blow, who took his archery skills all the way to Nebraska this summer for the national competition.
It was pretty cool. It was awesome. It was a lot different. Nebraska doesn't have much. There's corn and clouds, but it was cool to see the different places on the way down. We drove, so it was cool to see everything and met a lot of different people from around the country.
Jimmy said that a record number of states participated in the national tournament this year, and of the 42 states that were entered, the Montana team took 9th place.
And I learned to work hard, and the hard work pays off in the end if you do what you do.
The fair will feature motocross events, a magician, kids activities, and musician Priscilla Block on Friday night. But we can't forget the animals, and Kelly said that the local festival area is about to turn into a slumber party for livestock and the kids who care for them.
We've got kids that are actually going to stay overnight on the grounds to kind of keep an eye on the livestock throughout the whole night. But the families are super excited about having this move and the potential to have the whole community come in and support them.
Wow, so cows are going to be spent camping in the original mine?
They will be. We'll have cattle, sheep, and goats, cattle, sheep, and pigs that'll be staying the night up here. So there may be some interesting noises throughout the night, but for the most part, the livestock will sleep.
In Butte, Megan Thompson, MTN News.